Okay, hi everyone. So it's SmithyQ, SmithyQ.com. I'm here with a quick video analysis. I'm not gonna lie, this is basically me bragging. I had a really bad blitz session today. It seemed like I was just playing terrible, but you know what? I had one good game, and to just make myself feel better, I'm gonna share it with the world. uh, but somewhat relevantly is that I played the King's Indian, and so I've had a not very long running segment where I'm detailing my progress in this opening. So you know what? We'll add a quick one in here. So when we reach this position, and then a normal move would be something like, actually no, I don't think knight c6 is normal here. I think you'd play something like bishop, and you attack the bishop. However, through my studies, I'm using this system where you take the pawn, take, then we can see the rook's going to slide over. The normal move here is f3. White never really wants to play bishop f3, because then after knight d7, the knight's going to come here, it hits the bishop, hits the pawn. Things are just awkward. So we back up. By playing f3, it's fully reinforcing e4, c6, white castles, and then we push in with d5. So you can see what happens here is that it's quite simple. We simply take the pawn. Woohoo, that's excellent. We put pressure on e4, and then we're just going to play d5. World's simplest system. Nice and easy. And what I like about this is that it's not really King's Indian-ish. So if we were to back up, all right, a normal King's Indian would be something like c6, d5, knight moves. And we've got this closed structure. And so then white's going to play something like this and this. And he's going to advance over on this side. And then black, he's going to, ooh, it's blue. That's interesting. He's going to do things like this, and everything starts pointing at the king side. And we get these race scenarios where the center is blocked. That's great. Block positions aren't really my favorite things in the world. Something like this, where when you just look at the position, it's semi-open. There's different strengths, different maneuvers. It's very asymmetrical, and it's one of those positions where the better player is just going to win. And I love these types of positions. It's not necessarily the Sicilian dragon or whatever where it's absolutely wild and crazy, but there's a lot of work here. There's a lot of imbalance to work with, and I find these type of positions incredible. And especially again, so after f3, one more time, we got c6, d5. And what I really like about this is that it seems as if natural moves by white, what often seem just like, perfectly good moves, can actually turn really, really bad. So white, of course, takes, which is the best move. And then we got a cool move here with knight takes d5. Taking advantage of the fact that this bishop is undefended. And so if you were to take, we're going to take that, and all of a sudden, things are bad. You could, of course, just take with the pawn, but then the knight's here, and that's in the way of the bishop. So we back up. So by taking with the knight, if you were to take, it's pretty much the same thing, but now our bishop is really into the game. Whoops. Back up. So after I took with the knight, and so white, he's like, uh-oh, this is weird. Okay, he realizes he doesn't want to take that way. And so he thinks, oh, this bishop must be in the way. The bishop's attacked. Let's move the bishop. But this is already a mistake. This is a natural move, but it's a mistake because now the knight's able to jump into f4. And so now the knight's on a great square. And again, this bishop, if you imagine that was fully alive. Maybe the queen can come, this way. Well, that doesn't make sense to the bishop there. So what if we came this way instead and we start targeting things over here? Beautiful. And in fact, that's exactly what happens. Is my opponent plays bishop c4. He was worried about losing the two bishops from the knight. So he moves the bishop to a nice good diagonal. Look at this. Maybe he's going to play this. He's going to have a lot of pressure on f7. That's pretty nice, right? No, he's just losing, actually. So it's incredible that in this position, okay, it's an equal. It's a game. He makes one move to save his bishop, another move to save the other bishop, and now he's losing. Just like that. Incredible. After queen g4, we're threatening mate. Of course, there's not a lot of ways to stop it. In the game, he played bishop g3. And then after rook to d8, well, now it's pinning the knight to the queen. And there's not a really good way to get around this. Well, there's no good way because it's already attacked twice. And there's no easy way to defend. Again, if the bishop were to move back, well, that's mate, so that's not very good. Only other way would be to do something like moving the knight, but of course, the knight controls that square. So he tried to take the knight, then move the knight there, but that allows something really simple. It's a check, he moves, and then take, I'm up a piece, game over. Woohoo! Right? Yay! That was kind of cool. Of course, it's a blitz game, so he played on a couple more moves, trying to see if he can win on time or something, but that's not too important for our purposes. Looking back here, there's actually a really cool variation. So we see that bishop g3 loses a piece. Okay, so again, he has to stop mate. What if he plays g3? Well, here, we've got this check. He moves. Take. And now there's a really cool take, and everything looks fine. But then after rook to d8, again, the queen protects the rook, so that's fine. We realize the queen's actually trapped. Amazingly, the queen's in the middle of the board. Pieces have been exchanged. Black really only has 2 developed pieces. But the queen is completely trapped. And he can't do something like f4, because after take, he loses the piece that way. And so, of course, actually in this position, it's not he can save the queen, by doing something like this. But again, he's losing a piece. And so really, if we back up, that really means that after I brought the knight here, white is in huge danger because the threat is this. And if he doesn't do anything, he just plays bishop c4, well, that's game. He's going to lose at least a piece in this position. And that's exactly what happened. So that's that. Woohoo, right? That's me bragging because I played at least one good game. As you can see, like how good is this game, actually? I've been studying the King's Indian for a little bit now, and I just know the theory here. My opponent didn't, and so I won. Does that make me a better player? I don't know. Does it feel damn good after you lose like 85 blitz games in a row? Yes, it does. So, so that's that. But you know what? 2 years ago, or however long ago it was that I started learning the King's Indian, even the possibility that I could win a game based on just knowledge, I would have taken that 10 times out of 10, and twice on Sunday. And for it to actually ever happen, feels good. Feels really darn good. Especially when, lose all the other games. Anyway, I just wanted to share that because you need to pat yourself on the back. I'll have another video coming up tomorrow. It's going to be the next series in the my greatest losses. But you know what? I've had enough losing. Let's celebrate a win. So again, that's SmithyQ, SmithyQ.com. I'll put a link to the actual study if you want to review this, whatever. But that's that. I hope you enjoyed. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.